Hey, Jared.
Yes.
Why do cults love ballet?
I don't know. I think this is the only cult that does like ballet.
I don't know. You know,
Is there other ones?
Well, it made me think of the ballerina movie earlier. That was like they're like kind of.
Are they a cult though?
I mean, or gang. I mean, what's a distinguishing?
They're more of like a organization. I don't know.
Yes, with cultish tendencies.
Yeah, I guess.
They brand you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Anyway, so why do cults love ballet? Because nothing brainwashes people faster than matching leotards and a fear of disappointing an instructor.
Yeah. Or several other things that we'll get into in this movie that go along with that.
Hey, welcome back to Screen Time Film, a podcast where we discuss a director's filmography in chronological order. We are currently covering Luca Guadagnino. And Jared, for whom were you anointed? Which of the three mothers?
I don't know. Good question.
So my name's Josh, and this is my co-host Jared.
Josh, when you are podcasting, what does it feel like inside you and inside your body?
Warm and fuzzy.
Okay. Good.
All right, so today we are discussing Suspiria. Suspiria? I don't know how you say it.
Suspiria.
Suspiria?
Yeah.
I don't know. Suspiria. Yeah. There's options there. All right, this came out in 2018, rated R, 2 hours and 32 minutes. Our synopsis: a darkness swirls at the center of a world-renowned dance company, one that will engulf the artistic director, an ambitious young dancer, a grieving psychotherapist. Some will succumb to the right nightmare, others will finally wake up.
Sure do, yeah.
This is written by Dario Argento.
Oh, that is a name I'm familiar with.
And then Daria Nicolodi and David Kognick.
Okay.
I do know this was a remake of a movie, so one of those might be the original.
Probably.
It's our cinematographer again, Sa Mukdeep Pram. This guy's name.
Yeah, this guy's name's hard.
I should look it up to like see how he really.
Was the guy from the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
And also does Challengers later.
Cool.
Composer was actually listed this time.
Yes.
Tom York.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Singer of Radiohead.
Oh.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Kirsten just discovered Radiohead.
Really?
Yeah. Just like last week, she's like, "Father, have you ever listened to Radiohead?"
Oh, wow.
I was like, yes.
That's cool.
So, yeah. Production costs. What do you think?
Okay, this one has to be more than the last one for sure. But he's been good with budgets. So, I'm going to say 10 million.
20 million.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a big jump then from both the other. Yeah.
Yeah, the other two films.
Yeah.
He was really low.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
This is also now only 7 years old. So budgets are getting more in general. So
I feel like they didn't really bloom till COVID. Then they really.
Yeah, but I would say for 2018, I mean, that's still good. 20 million.
Yeah.
Overall for a film.
But definitely makes it a little more, like it's got to make something at the box of it. Like whereas like when you're spending under 10 million on a film, like
2 million or something.
The risk is a lot lower.
Definitely.
Assuming you're getting a, theatrical release on it.
Yeah, I don't know how this movie did when it came out.
I don't either. No nominations for the Academy Awards or wins.
Okay.
So nothing there. Our talent, I mean, obviously there's a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but more people in this, but these are just the main people
Yeah.
I knew. So we Chloe Grace Moretz.
Moretz. Yeah.
Moretz, I don't know how you say it. Tilda Swinton, Dakota Johnson, and Mia Goth.
Yeah, that's right. Is Chloe only in the beginning? Because I was looking around for her again.
Well, I think you see her later in the crypt, kind of, or whatever you want to call the hidden area. But she's like, kind of messed up, so it's hard to recognize her.
Okay.
But I think it's supposed to be her.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
That's who Mia Goth's character was like trying to find.
Yep.
All right, so overall thoughts on this?
So I've never seen this, and
I've never seen it either.
Okay, I've never seen the original, which I would like to, because it's one that I've heard a lot about and heard that it's very good. Mm-hmm. This one though, I didn't really like, so I'm hoping that I imagine the original is better, but I think it's too long for sure. 2.5 hours. I didn't even realize it was that long. I didn't really understand the story. Maybe you did more. Maybe you can enlighten me. Especially the ending. Very confusing to me, at least. Also, a big thing, I didn't think any of the characters were interesting. To me, at least. Maybe that would change if I did a rewatch. And also, I think that was the main points. So yeah, overall I didn't really like it, but the one positive I would say is the random, throughout the movie, the random like horror imagery, and then of course there's way more of it at the end. I thought it looked great though. But yeah, okay. What'd you think of it?
So yeah, overall didn't really care for it. I thought there were some strong performances. I'd say particularly Tilda Swinton and Dakota Johnson. I think, I think this was, I don't know. There's something about I think Dakota Johnson felt right in this role. Whereas you know how we talked about other times on the previous film 2 weeks ago, or 2 episodes ago, whatever you want to call it, where she kind of always feels more like it's her in the spot, not the role,
the character. Yeah.
Yeah. But I felt like this, she really felt like she was the character in this a lot more. And,
I agree with that.
Which I don't know what that says about her.
This is more like her maybe in real life.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So I think the performances are good, specifically those two. I think the concept is definitely ambitious.
Oh yeah.
I liked the score. I thought the score was really good.
Yes, it is.
But however, to your point, I found it too long, convoluted, and hard to follow.
Okay.
Story wise, and I wasn't really quite sure what all was happening at the end.
No,
either.
No, especially
So, but okay, let's get into it. And,
I don't have too many notes, but
all right. So
I was hoping you'd be able to explain the story more to me, but maybe not. If you didn't really understand it either.
In the opening, we get the character,
the professor, and
Patricia, Chloe Grace Martez or whatever.
Yep,
that's how you say your last name. Go into that, so he kind of sets the tone for a paranoia, kind of a little bit, not sure what's going on, right? And then, so I was like, okay, it's an intrigue, still interesting, and then
it is.
I was like, okay,
it's a good setup,
yeah. And then we jump to the ballet company or whatever you want to call it, and we see Dakota Johnson's character Susie trying out, and again, this little bit here was okay, it's interesting, and
Well, this is my first note is like a highlight. Besides, like I thought the imagery, like that's more on the horror side, looked great and like interesting. But I think the other standout, which it needs to be for this film in particular, is the dance choreography, which that's what it reminded me of, because you said this is like where we first see it is with her.
Yep.
Well, I guess she's not doing it first. She does later.
She does her own
other
thing.
people.
She does her own thing. If you're talking about Dakota Johnson's thing, yeah, she does like her own little thing to just kind of audition.
Yeah.
But then later, yeah, we see more of it later.
Yeah. Later is when we see the actual effects of what happens, right? Not this first time.
No.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks like, I mean, having that I've had $2 in dance, and you've seen,
yeah,
like they all seem like they're dancing. So either it was like she either trained a lot or she grew up doing. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, a lot of females like might do that growing up, so she might have just had like a background of that. But she looks like she's doing the stuff for real.
She did. Yeah, it looked good. I imagine probably your examples. I would say probably both. Like, I imagine she probably is something that she was into growing up and did, but then also I think she still probably had to do a lot in preparation.
Yeah,
for this.
Some training.
Yeah,
remembering.
Yep.
So, and then we get Dakota Johnson's character Susie quickly kind of becomes the fave, and like kind of.
Now, Tilda Swinton, is she... It was, at least to me, it was kind of unclear, like, was she like the teacher or higher up than that? I wasn't sure about that.
It seemed like she was like...
Was she one of the three mothers that they talked about? That you were talking about? I don't know either. Because all that was confusing.
Yeah, that stuff got confusing for me.
Yeah.
It seemed like she was like the head person, at least outside of the secret room area.
Okay.
Stuff. Like she was, it seemed like to me.
Yeah.
Whatever role that is.
Right.
Like whether that's, just a head teacher or
I don't know.
Yeah. Or one of the mothers. I don't know.
It seemed like it from her position and what she was saying in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just curious. Yeah. What her actual title was or motivation. And that's what I mean. Like because I agree with you. The performances were good, but all these characters, I guess besides Chloe Grace at the beginning, because that was compelling and a good setup with the professor also. But all these characters, though, I just couldn't really get into them. Like they weren't interesting to me.
Yeah,
and I don't know what the reason for that is. I couldn't pinpoint it, but yeah, that's
if you can't
big part of
like
it.
You said, like the motivation. Like sometimes if you can't understand, if a character doesn't feel like it has motivation, then it's hard to like connect and follow what they're doing. Speaking of which, the professor, I meant to say, we were talking about I can't stand that guy's voice.
No, and I was looking up. I could be way off, but I was trying to see who's the actor that was playing him. Is it Tilda Swinton?
Oh, I don't know.
In like prosthetic or makeup?
I don't know.
Because at one point, because I couldn't find the actor that was playing him, I don't know if she's credited as him also, but like I had that thought at some point, which is crazy if that's true, but I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, maybe.
Is it her?
Maybe. Because like her role, it says as Dr. Klemperer as Lutz Ebersdorf. It's like under her name but then she also obviously had like, she was the teacher too.
Yes.
So I don't know. I'm sure it'll be in trivia.
Yeah. I was waiting to see if it would come up in that. That's crazy. That's true. There's only one scene later on I don't remember the scene, but it's when he's laying in bed was when I like could see it, and I was like, at points it kind of looks like her, which is impressive if she, if she did both roles. But yeah.
And then, so kind of from there, then Sarah starts to get suspicious and starts exploring the hidden rooms.
Yep.
And this is after she kind of talks to the doctor and he gives her what the Chloe character, Patricia, was telling him. So she gets suspicious.
Maybe we're not there at that point yet, but when Dakota Johnson does the dance and it keeps cutting to the other person, like I do want to talk about that because that was a crazy scene. Is that not yet?
I mean,
I feel like it's around here, but I don't remember if it's after finding these rooms.
Yeah, it's after. I think it's after the finding the rooms. Okay. Initially, after she initially finds the rooms.
Okay.
Then I was just thinking, like the doctor. He does because he starts doing his own investigation too.
Okay, so he's a doctor, not a professor.
Yeah, he's a doctor.
Okay. All right. I don't know why I was calling him a professor.
Yeah, you did call him professor.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
A doctor. Yeah.
All right.
He's a doctor. Yeah, because remember, he has patients. He's like a psychiatrist doctor. Too.
Yeah, I think just because of the way we get introduced to him at the very beginning in the room he's in.
Seems like a...
Yeah, I just thought it was a professor.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're talking about the... Yeah, that's what I had down here. Next is the dance scene. So what do you want to talk about?
Oh, it's a crazy scene because like this is the first time we see what her dance does to this other person. And this is like so crazy, but like so well done. And I don't know how they did this because like the whole time, like it looks incredibly painful. And like, so it's just, I mean, very well done by what all is involved in this scene, but like crazy what happens to this girl.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It is. And I know that's obviously a big part of this movie. I'm very curious how the original does that. Like I said, that the original is one, I was not aware of this remake before this, but I was aware of the original, and it was on my list anyways. Like I wanted to see the original. So.
Well, you should check it out and report back.
Yeah, I probably will. I just heard it's very good and beloved. So.
Then we start to find out that there's kind of like more than just one person. There's like the mothers, and there's a little bit of power struggle there. And back and forth, which is, I guess interesting.
But to your point, though, all of that is very convoluted to me. So, like, I couldn't really follow it that well.
Yep. Which then kind of leads to, like, the kind of pinnacle of this thing where they have the ritual and
yeah, Susie's, this is the other craziest thing.
Transformation.
Yeah.
To Mother Superium.
Oh, is that the name? Okay. Mother Superium. Okay.
Yeah. So this was where I got like crazy, like very like cultish, like.
Oh yeah.
And then there's like, it seemed like there was even deeper depths of things below, like even that lower secret room that everyone was in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was, I mean, I guess scene wise and just like what all happens in this scene, minus dialogue, because I guess there's not really a lot of dialogue in the scene. Well, no, I guess there is before it, and leading into it. But this scene though was like definitely good for like a climax of the film. Like it's like again very well done, and just like crazy imagery that is done really well, similar to the previous scene I was just talking about. I like these kind of movies, but I was curious watching it because I didn't know how. Like I knew it was going to get crazy, but I didn't know it was going to get this crazy, and I was curious how you'd feel about it. Because these are not your. You don't watch these kind of movies. You don't. You're not normally into these kind of movies. So
no, I mean,
it doesn't really start off this way. Like you don't really think it's a.
Yeah.
If you don't know anything about it, you don't think it's a horror movie in any way at all. So in that aspect, I guess.
I think from that visually, it didn't bother me too much. I mean, it was definitely like there was a couple like the weird thing where Tilda Swinton's like characters like head just cut like cut off with like not. I mean, I guess they use powers then like
I don't know
because all of a sudden she's just like
that was also unclear to me.
Yeah, I think the problem with I think what this also in those instances didn't set. We didn't learn any of the rules of these things right behind like anytime you start breaking into like whether it's sci-fi fantasy or supernatural like all these things where like there's something beyond like normal in our world, then if you have to, whether just through visuals or whatever, but there's ways to kind of build some still rules to the world so that you understand why something can happen or not happen. And
it's a good point.
And like this, they did not do any of that. We, even by the end, you have no idea why any of this stuff is capable of happening or not. And
no, that's a great point. Yeah. It needs to be established in some way. You're right. And that would have helped a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe the original does it better, or maybe it's meant to not be explained at all. That could be possible as well. I don't know how faithful this is to the original, this remake.
No, I don't know.
So
yeah.
Again, though, the name you talked about, one of the writers, that name sounds very familiar. I don't know if he was the writer of the original or maybe the director. I just know that name.
Okay.
Oh no, I think he is a director of like very crazy imagery and visuals and the stuff I've heard that he's directed as well. So I have not seen what he's done, but
okay.
Yeah, maybe he is the director. You know what? I bet he was the director of the original. That sounds right. Maybe the writer also. I don't know.
And then we get like the ending after that.
Yeah.
There's they with the doctor in the bed and Susie's talking to him.
Yeah.
Because he was the scene I was talking about. Because he was down there in the thing too, like doubled over in the
yes.
pain. Yeah.
Yes.
So this was the scene you were talking about for.
This is where this is the only time I like looking at his face. So it's like it kind of looked like Tilda Swinton at times with like makeup or prosthetics or just something. So I'm curious. Yeah, if we get that in trivia. If we don't, I'll just Google it and see if I can find something about it.
Yeah.
Or leave a comment if you know, if you're listening, watching this.
And you're the Suspiria expert.
Yeah. I'm sure there's dozens of you.
Yeah, so this kind of ends.
So it's not this scene, so it would have been a little bit further back. Who is the doctor talking to?
Well,
there's a scene he's talking to
Tilda
Swinton? No, I mean that would be crazy if it was her. Which I mean,
He talks to Mia
no.
Goth's character a lot.
Okay, okay, maybe it's her then. I don't know why. I can't remember. I watched this movie a little bit ago, but this is only my only other note. But I thought this was the best line of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So when he says, "Love and manipulation, they share houses very often.
Mm-hmm.
They are frequent bedfellows."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just thought it was a great line.
Mm-hmm.
And also, sadly, is often too true
Mm-hmm.
in general. Like very true statement he says there. Yeah, so I think it is. I think he is saying it to Mia Goth. I think you're right. But yeah,
Yeah.
great scene, or at least that part of it, I thought.
Cool. Let's get into a little bit of cinematography. So,
Yeah, I don't have much for this either. I just have one thing.
okay. Well,
I don't know. Do you have more?
I mean, I always comment on different things.
Sure.
Like about the color palette's very muted and wintry.
Well, in general, you normally have more to say in this category, and I normally have more to say in score. But
And then,
or you said the color.
just the color palette, like it's very muted. Yeah. Of course, like consistent with what this guy's done already in the past. Very naturalistic lighting. And then, of course, they do a lot of long takes and slow, controlled camera movement which is also kind of common of just letting like this guy's work in general. Luca's like it's a lot of just why it's interesting. Like because Challengers does have some other more interesting camera angles and things.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Right, and more movement.
Yeah, there's a lot.
This kind of is consistent with what we've seen so far, where it's like a lot more just letting it barely move or move, not move at all, and just let like the characters and the kind of the moment happen.
Which is great, and we've talked about it several times on different pods. We love long takes. I always prefer that to a lot of cuts in one scene. So it's it's crazy how much. Now again, this would be more effective if like I was into this movie more and knew more of like what was going on in it. But it is crazy how much of a difference that makes if there's a scene happening where there's a bunch of cuts as opposed to yeah.
Just depends on what you're going for.
True. I mean, no, it changes how you feel in the scene for sure in a big way. My only thing is I liked I didn't notice as much at the end. I noticed this more in the beginning of the film. I liked a lot of the quick camera zooms. That was cool. But it wasn't like Succession style quick. So I don't know. Maybe you can explain further of like what the difference is with it. But it still, to me, just looked like a quick, like zoom in on a face or something happening.
Yeah, I mean, it was more. It was more just like a smooth zoom, intentional. Whereas theirs, they do what you're talking about. They do intentionally more like, I mean, it's basically like The Office would do too. Like kind of trying to make it feel documentary style.
Yeah,
where you're almost like trying to find the person a little bit.
Yeah,
they kind of do that in that show.
Well, I was just curious the difference because in Succession, I just remember. Well, that the most, but then one of the previous directors we just covered, also in The Big Short. Oh, Adam McKay, but that's because he's also involved in Succession. Those are the two things I remember seeing it in, but like, especially with Succession, I remember when I first watched that, like that felt like something new, the way they were doing it to me. So like, that's cool. Now, whether it is or not, I don't know. Or maybe they just refined that type of camera technique. but
yeah. Yeah.
it became like a signature for that show.
Yeah, for sure. They wanted to feel a little documentary voyeuristic and
yeah, but like you were talking about The Office, I mean, it's still different than The Office. What they were doing in The Office.
because there's with longer lenses.
Okay.
In Succession than The Office, but The Office still does a little bit of like where they would, and they kind of got away from it some, but they would still like where they would zoom in on somebody, kind of mid shot while it's filming.
It's funny. It's almost like the complete opposite of, which this is something I also love. It's like the complete opposite of when we talked about the movie The Conversation, where it's like insanely like far away, insanely slow, like zoom into. It's like the paranoid thriller type thing we talked about. Because I just mentioned it, they did one on The Chair Company even, which is funny because they want to go for that vibe, even though that's a very different thing. But I love the way they did it in The Conversation. That was supposed to more feel like actual like surveillance, security cameras type of thing. But
100%,
yeah.
All right. That's really kind
Yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah,
Cinematography. By the way, you talking about? I'll have to talk to Kirsten about that. That's awesome that she just found out about Radiohead. Recently, it was funny. She came up to me. Oh, because I was wearing a Deftones shirt, and I talked to her about Deftones before, but she discovered them semi recently.
Yeah,
I know you said you were showing her songs too, but she pulled like a pretty deep cut Deftones song to me, and when she was talking to me recently, and it surprised me, but I was like, I felt like a proud uncle though. I was like, that was a good deep cut Deftones song you referenced.
All right, let's talk a little about the score / music in this thing.
I'm curious. Yeah, what did you?
I just put it. It had nice like creepy undertones and just really, I felt like it did a lot of the heavy lifting on making you feel like this was gonna be. I'm gonna say not a lot. I don't want to not give the camera work credit either. Like of like the
performances.
Yeah, but like there's definitely they gave to like immediately to suspect creepiness and something not normal is happening here, and I think it did a lot of that work to kind of set you up for that before you actually saw anything.
Absolutely
on camera.
It's crazy. I know Tom York has done stuff for other films as well, but it's crazy now talking about him when we just were talking a lot about Johnny Greenwood, who's the guitarist of Radiohead, and he's done some incredible scores, even all the way up to, I was just listening to, because I haven't seen the film yet, but I was listening to some of the score from One Battle After Another, because I heard people praising it, and I love what he did in a lot of other PTA films, especially Phantom Thread. I love what he did in that. So like, I mean, Radiohead's an incredible band anyway, so like, these are insanely talented musicians, everyone in the band. But it's cool kind of hearing more of their stuff they've done outside of Radiohead for films. So at times there is, I didn't recognize it as a Radiohead song, so maybe it's just a Tom York song, but there's vocals at times. So there is some stuff that I don't know if it's stuff he's previously done or made it for this film. But then the rest of it that doesn't have vocals is very minimal, like haunting piano kind of sound to it, which I loved. They do that a lot in their music as well. But yeah, it was really great. And I agree with you. It supported what was being shown on the screen a lot, which is, if you're doing a score, that's what you should be doing. It should elevate everything that's being portrayed. But I think some of the masters, though, composers, go even beyond that, which I think we talked about recently with Hans Zimmer and John Williams. You know, people like that, Jerry Goldsmith, do that to such a degree where it's always supporting what's being shown visually, but like elevates it and takes it beyond that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying to break up so I'm ready for trivia.
Yeah.
Themes and messages. What you got?
Themes and messages. Do you have something for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mine is silly, but I mean it's still true though. What I wrote down was maybe steer clear of a cult of women that makes the dance that you do twist up another woman's body into a literal pretzel that looks extremely painful. Maybe steer clear of a group of women that are causing that to happen.
So yours is more of a PSA.
Yeah. What about you? What do you got?
All right.
But actually, sorry to say also that line, love and manipulation line, I think also encapsulates a lot of what's going on in the film too, especially manipulation, obviously. But yeah, so that line that the doctor says, I think, is a big part of the theme as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I put, it's about identity and trauma. And then the terrifying nature of becoming who you truly are.
Yeah.
Because I guess our lead character, whatever, like, she became who she was, but that was not a good thing.
No, certainly not.
All right, let's look at the trivia.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to also Google, in case you don't have what I was thinking about with Tilda Swinton.
Dakota Johnson completed 2 years of ballet training in preparation for this role.
There you go. 2 years, wow.
She also says here that in an interview with Elle magazine, Dakota Johnson revealed the intensity of the shoot effed her up, and so much that she had to go to therapy after.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that from what she had to do in this film, for sure. I think it's crazy when that kind of stuff happens. I mean, I understand it though. Like, it can for sure happen where like a role you take on, like, psychologically really messes with you. Obviously, the most tragic one is Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight. But like, I remember when we covered No Country for Old Men. It's like, wow, I'm blanking on the actor name, but Anton Chigurh in that. Like, I remember him he got asked about that role, and he was just like, "No, I'm good." Like, it like didn't, but like that's an insanely, like, what he had to do for that. Yeah. Anyway, Javier Bardem. That's what it is.
It says here, Dario Argento gave permission to produce this remake, but he was dismissive of the final results.
Okay, so he did do the original.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This music score is the debut score by Radiohead's Tom York, says the first thing.
Cool. He nailed it.
But he said, who followed Radiohead and co-composer Johnny Greenwood and Phil Selway into film scoring. Filmwood is notable for scoring the films of Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yep. Look, this is it. Just typing in, is Tilda Swinton it already, like, first thing showed up, Old Man in Suspiria.
So it says, unlike the original film, which was uses exaggerated colors. Guadagnino conceived Suspiria as a winterish and bleak, absent of primary colors. So I guess the other one's tone's very different.
Okay. Well, I have the answer here. I'll wait until we're done with trivia to see.
Yeah, there's nothing interesting in here.
I wonder how long the shoot was for this one. Curious how involved everything
It says at 2 hours and 32 minutes, this remake is nearly an hour longer than the original. So the original's
that's one more reason why it's probably a better film, the original.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about. Wait. Originally, in 2008, Natalie Portman was set to star in this film with David Gordon Green directing.
Nice.
They've been working on a remake for a while.
Yeah. David Gordon Green, I believe, directed the new Halloween movies. And he's also a part of, I think he's like one of Danny McBride's partners that does Righteous Gemstones.
Okay. That's about it. Like I said, there wasn't much in there.
Okay, well.
So what do you got?
Yeah, so Tilda Swinton did play the old man character, Dr. Joseph Klemperer. Now, this is interesting, which makes sense when I was looking at the IMDb. It says, using the fake identity of an actor named Lutz Ebersdorf. So that's why I couldn't find it in the IMDb. So, yeah, it says she was heavily disguised with prosthetics. And the role was a part of a playful hoax by the actress and director to add mystery to the film. Nice. That's awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Created some interest of some kind.
I mean, very impressive that she did that. I mean, we already knew she's a fantastic actor.
Yeah. All right. Any final thoughts?
No. I definitely will check out the original. For sure.
And I will not. Check out the original. And
I'll let you know when I see it.
But yeah. Yes, the good and the bad of, doing these, that you have to watch some films that you're like, eh.
Yeah. It's it's part of the fun of doing this. I just love either way that, like, even though I normally end up, even busier weeks I have, like, I still normally end up watching more than one movie a week probably, but like, it's just nice to like force yourself to watch a movie every week. And like, I know you've mentioned, we've already knocked out films that you said have like been on your list for a long time and just you haven't checked out yet until now. So
it's good.
Well, I would say to anyone listening or watching, leave a comment or email us at feedback@screentimepod.com about this film. If you've seen this remake or the original. Yeah, I'm curious what you all think of it and the premise of it. But like, yeah, I don't know. From what I've heard, I just know that the original is like a big, I don't want to say a cult classic, more of a highly praised, I guess. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you already said, give us your thoughts in those ways. So yeah, just feedback at screentimepod.com. Email us. And then we appreciate everyone who watches and listens. But and if you do and you don't subscribe, please do so you don't miss an episode.
Yes.
You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. And if you'd like, you can follow our podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to follow each of us on Instagram, I'm at Jay Youngbar.
And I'm at Jared Youngbar.
Okay, we'll catch you guys next time.